Hi, this is Kamera again. We're on day number 296, Luke chapter 1. We are in a whole new book. This is the 42nd book in the Bible, and this is the third book of the New Testament. The book of Luke, from what I hear and read, is that it was written by a physician named Luke. And it gives account of what he witnessed, what he observed, and what he found out. Okay, what he discovered. So it starts off with with John the Baptist's parents. His father Zechariah is a priest, and he was on duty at that point. And he's supposed to be on duty for like a week, where he offers the incense, the service unto God. And while he's there and he's praying, there are people outside the temple that are praying as well. But while he's in there, because he's the only one who's allowed to be in there, he's praying to God. An angel appears. And this angel tells him that he and his wife will be having a son. Isn't that something? And so he says that God has heard his prayer. And they're supposed to name this son John. And it says he will be great in the eyes of the Lord. He will be filled with the Holy Spirit. Isn't that something? Before his birth. Filled with the Holy Spirit before his birth. He'll turn many Israelites to God. Isn't that something? It also says that he will have the power and the spirit of Elijah. And his whole point was to prepare the way for the coming of the Lord. Now, Zechariah wanted to know, how can he be sure that this could happen? How can I be sure this is going to happen? He asked the angel. Yeah, this angel was like, I am Gabriel, the angel of the Lord. The Lord sent me, and I stand in his presence. I'm delivering his message. And because you did not believe, you will not be able to speak until the child is born. Isn't that something? So he lost use of his vocal cords until the child is born. That's what he says. And so once he leaves the sanctuary, and people like wondering what's taking him so long, so he had to like signal to them some kind of weird signs, let them know that he had an experience. But get this, once his term was over, he went to his wife and she conceived. She was very happy about that, very happy. So get this, 6 months later, Gabriel visits Mary. Tells her that she is very favored, highly favored by God. She will conceive a son. The Holy Spirit will overshadow her. And this thing, she's like, how am I going to get pregnant? I'm a virgin. Well, the Holy Spirit is going to overshadow you. Isn't that something? Your cousin Elizabeth is pregnant. And so, yeah, she went ahead and accepted what the Lord had said, that she was going to have a son and to name him Jesus. And so a few days later, once all that was over, she went and visited Elizabeth. And as soon as she greeted Elizabeth, the baby inside Elizabeth leapt. He leapt. And it says the Holy Spirit filled him at that moment. Isn't that something? And so Mary was just so excited because Elizabeth had told her, had confirmed basically everything the angel had said. She told him and said, you are really highly favored, that the Lord would bless you. You know, and Mary was kind of, during her praise of worship, praise to the Lord about this, she was like, the Lord took a lowly person, you know, and I'm going to be remembered, you know, for this experience. And so, yeah, Elizabeth was like, yeah. So they both felt very blessed that they were having the kids they were having. And so Mary stayed with Elizabeth for about 3 months, and then she left. And so fast forward, Elizabeth has her son. She has her son. And after 8 days, it was time for them to name him. And so, remember, Zechariah can't speak. So everyone is talking about, name him Zechariah. Elizabeth was like, no, we're going to name him John. And so they didn't understand. John, no way. So they went in and asked Zechariah, what are you going to name the son? Because there was no one in the family named John. That didn't make sense. So Zechariah wrote on a tablet. The child's name is John. And after he said that, his vocal cords were replaced. Now he can talk. Now he can talk. So imagine the entire pregnancy. He couldn't talk. He doubted. And so there you have it. John the Baptist is born to Zechariah and Elizabeth. And Zechariah prophesied over his son. He said a few things, but he also, the Lord had filled him with the Holy Spirit. That's what the word says. And he says his son will be called the prophet of the Most High, because he will prepare the way of the Lord. Isn't that something? He will tell people how to find salvation through forgiveness of sins. Yes, there's a few things he said about John, but those are some of the points that I want to bring out. So guys, after that, it says that John, he grew and he became strong in the spirit, and he lived in the wilderness until his public ministry. One of the things I did not point out was that the angel, when he did speak to Zechariah about his son, he told him how to eat, what not to eat, what to eat and what not to eat. Yeah. So you'll hear more about John, about how he dressed and what he ate. Well, not today. So guys, get that. We're in a new book. We're in the book of Luke. So this is the third book in the New Testament. And it's starting off pretty good. I think so. So guys, that's day number 296, Luke chapter 1. You have a God-filled blessed day.